The Texas Longhorns took a big 34-3 win over the Oklahoma Sooners on Saturday at the Cotton Bowl, and that #1 ranking is a deserved ranking because the Horns, after a slow start on offense, destroyed the Red River Rival, going away 6-0, 2-0 in conference, setting up a nice showdown with the Georgia Bulldogs on Saturday at DKR. Very impressive win by the Horns because they did it on a day when Quinn Ewers didn't have his fastball. Quinn missed on some throws that he usually makes in his sleep, but it didn't matter because the defense ruled the day. They harassed and hurried freshman quarterback Michael Hawkins, who has potential to be really good one day, but today wasn't his day. He will have better days than he had on Saturday, October 12th. The Texas Longhorns or have a lot of football left to be played, but in the first half of the 2024 season, they appear to be the team to beat in college football. Anthony Hill, the linebacker, was magnificent. He spent part of the day spying on Michael Hawkins and the other part running him down, forcing fumbles, getting a sack, and just being the disruptor. The Horns had 5 sacks. The defense played great in sudden change. 4 opponents have not reached double digits against the Longhorns, and the Sooners had no answers. Brent Venables, the Sooners coach, called Texas a very complete team that has very few weaknesses, and Brent pulls no punches. He calls it straight. He saw it, we all saw it, and America saw it. The Horns are as good as they appear, and they weren't even operating at full throttle. It's going to be fun to watch. Of particular interest was the end of the game when Texas was backed up and the Sooners were threatening to score a touchdown, and you could tell that the fans wanted no part of OU in the end zone. And Texas held Hawkins to 3 completions. The orange section went wild, and what was left of the crimson section turned and headed for the exits. No highlights for the Sooners in this one. Steve Sarkisian strode into the press room with a corny dog in his hand, and he was chomping at that dog, but the real meal was the Oklahoma Sooners. That was a nice fat steak that Bevo took care of, and the Horns now or after a big game like the Georgia Bulldogs, who are coming into DKR next week after a 41-31 win over Mississippi State. No one says it's going to be easy moving forward, but if you're asking me who the team to beat in college football is midway through the season, undoubtedly it is the Texas Longhorns. That's going to do it for this one. The Horns are going to play the Georgia Bulldogs next. It's going to be raucous in DKR. We'll see you at the stadium.